Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday, July 27th, 2025. I've got my bells going, Dustin. Hope you enjoy them. Very, very good morning to everyone. Um, I'm really excited this morning about the topic today. I think it's going to be interesting. Got a few hundred people in the room, a couple hundred people in the room coming in. Let everybody get settled. I would ask everybody that's coming in to either repost the room or send it to a friend, an enemy. Sending it to an enemy is awesome. Just imagine if we could reduce the amount of friction between each other just by just a little bit, how cool that would be. If I could just look at my enemy or people that I don't understand and just send them a little positive energy, instead of fighting them. I do not need to fight every battle or every disagreement or every criticism. I don't really need to get engaged in the negativity. When I was a young man, I just used to love doing that, man. Just get all jacked up, but I've learned I do not need to fight with every human being. Most certainly do not need to do that. So listen, I want to while we're all my boys are freaking on me. I'd like you guys to let me handle these guys. Look, I handled them. That's awesome. Sorry, I'm getting off a little slow. Like to get some people in the room, and I've been reading this book, Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. I think I've read it before. It's taking on a little bit of a different meaning to me today. And, I keep a lot of books around. And one of the tricks you might want to do if you want to test the universe and how cool it is. By the way, if you guys could let me know if the sound's okay. I have been having problems with my microphone, and I think it's because I don't know how to use it. So let me know if it's echoey or shouldn't be. Everything should be it should sound perfect. Sometimes I get too far away from it. So give me a sound check if you would, please. All good. Lee Ziegler's in the house. Magina is in the house. Ryan Selfretter. Lee Ziegler's here all the time. McGinnis here all the time. Thank you guys. Really, really appreciate the support. Jennifer Selden's here. You know what I love about this is that all you guys are coming back, man. Pongo, Only Buy Bitcoin, Golden Age is here. Chains, Mark Kramer, Dr. Mark Kramer, James Hooker, Maddie 7250, Line Trash, good to see you, man. David Borchardt, good morning, sir. I probably should show these. See, we're a community, man. We are coming together. That is what I'm excited about, okay? I'm excited about it. I open books from time to time. I just open them randomly, and I just go to wherever I just start reading. And it is amazing. It is amazing to me. I cannot remember a time, and I do not mean to be hyperbolic about this, but I do not remember a time saying, I think I'm going to just dig into a book. But I throw the intention. I'm going to grab a book, and wherever I open, it is something I need to read. Let me share with you what I read, okay? Number one, like, if you really know me, anybody that's worked closely with me, maybe for the last 10 years, this will make them laugh. But literally, first thing I read, at dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. I have to go to work as a human being. When do I have what do I have to complain about if I am going to do what I was born for? What do I have to complain about if I am going to do what I was born for? See, amazing, man. I believe that if I can figure out what I was born for, I will have no lack of passion. I will not be confused. I will have full purpose and I'll be like happy as a little lamb, right? So I find my purpose. What do I have to complain about if I am going to do what I was born for? The things I was brought into this world to do. Or is this what I was created for? And this is going to be our part of our topic, to huddle under the blankets and stay warm. Were you built and created to stay under the blankets and stay warm? I'm going to just say this, okay? I think everyone should ask themselves this question. And that question would be, am I a victim? Am I a victim? Am I going to wear the badge of victim? Am I going to put the label of wounded, victim, suffering, other people have more advantages than me? Or am I going to figure out what the hell I was placed on this planet for? Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. Really apologize. Yeah. Knock it off. Now, you don't get this in every communion. Am I a victim? Now, I could get upset with my dogs, or I could acknowledge that it is I who failed to, put them in a secure position where we weren't having interruptions constantly. I just didn't plan, right? So the question that Marcus Aurelius asked is, at dawn, when you were having trouble getting up, tell yourself, okay, he's giving you the command to give yourself the command. You are the general, and you're telling your army, what to do. And you have an army going, I don't really want to get out of bed today. You would not, if you were in a military situation, life or death. And by the way, 86 years is going to be about the average. You could die tomorrow morning. You could die. I could die on this bloody microphone right this second. Just poof, I'm done. And the question is going to be, hey, do I need more sleep or do I need to be more purposeful? And I think the biggest issue for most people is they never find their freaking purpose, okay? And the reason that they are victims and they're criticizing and they're angry is that they're literally doing something they haven't found what makes them special. I think that's what it's about. I think people have to find, I like that, man. I think if I find out what I'm special about, I will admire my assets more and I'll criticize myself less and I'll criticize you less and I'll encourage you more to become who you are. See, I'm not frightened whatsoever. In fact, there is no competition. Isn't this a beautiful thing? There's literally no competition if you and I are simply trying to find what we are genius at. Okay, like I do. Is anyone in the audience capable of saying that there is too much genius on this planet? Have you seen an abundance of too much creativity? Have you seen an abundance of too much freedom? Have you seen an abundance of too many people that are outlandish? Okay, they are impervious to criticism. They just go about their life and do what they're supposed to do, what they're excited about doing. That's the funny thing, dude. If you're excited about doing it, you have purpose, you're going to be happy. And the only reason you're not happy, I really believe this, okay? The only reason I'm not happy is because I hadn't found my zone. And I actually believe, am I going too fast for you guys? I actually believe, you can give me some feedback in the writings. I actually believe that if I simply ask myself, especially when I'm down and out, okay? Especially when I'm down and out, okay? My genius is so obfuscated for me. It's a million miles away. I'm exhausted. I don't want to get out of bed. See, I thought that was awesome. Okay, two, you know, what I was born for, the things I was brought into this world to do, or is this what I was created for? To huddle under the blankets and stay warm, to not show up here would be a sin of grave. I think it would be a martyr, not martyr. I hate these words, but I, you know, I I spent 3 years really ripping apart myself, and I don't say that I say ripping apart. I mean really analyzing what I have been doing my whole life and what my purpose was. And cool for me, I was able to find areas of work that has made me fairly successful. But being successful and having wealth does not mean that uh, you're harmonic. I think of myself as a tuning fork. I think of you as a tuning fork. And it's interesting that I don't see tuning forks competing with each other, right? We all have our own frequency. We all have our own harmony. The problem is most of the time, I have not focused on being in harmony with my own frequency. Now, if I think about that in terms of sound and frequency and tuning forks, I seem to have a less judgmental criticism. You should, you could, therefore you're a lazy little bastard. The truth is, I don't think we ask ourselves questions like, am I a victim today? Am I going to wear the banner, the badge of victim? And I have done so. And I think most people have. I do. Um, but I am never happy in the victim role. Okay. I love asking myself this question because I find it repulsive that I would be a victim. So I immediately go, no, 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 I am not a victim. I ask, if you are a victim and you don't want to take responsibility for how you got here and that you are out of touch with who you truly are, you probably would find a better environment for your hour or so. I believe that. Okay, if you think the victim thing is going to be successful, this is not the place for you. You're not going to read books. You're not going to study yourself. You're not going to take inventories. So we'll just get a lot more done if you guys, maybe this isn't right for you right now. You're always welcome to come back. So I'm going to ask everybody to man up. Since you're staying here, you have decided you're not a victim. You've decided you're not a victim. Love having you guys here. Repost the room. We are winners, dude. If you're not a victim, you're a producer. You are going to get in control of your universe. And I maintain the way to do that is to find what the hell you were brought here for. I wrote some things down last night. You notice I rarely do this, but I wrote some things down. I was doing some sketching, and I want to propose to you. I want to propose to you that we the reason I said to the victims, "Hey, just leave," and I'm not trying to be mean, okay? Um, but I do think you have to make a decision, okay? Like, hey, if you're a victim, probably going to be a waste of time. And the reason I'm smashing that out there is I think it's really good for you just to make that, hey, is that where I'm living right now? Am I so depressed? Am I so lost? Am I so confused that, it just seems too difficult? I am not one to say, hey, you should miraculously change your attitude, do some glory pumps and meet with your mentor, and all of a sudden, magically you've changed your attitude for the day. Look, it doesn't work that way for me. I have to get miserable. Okay, so if you're a victim right now and you're miserable and you don't have a purpose, get more miserable, man. Accelerate the misery, okay, and get to a point where you go, this is outrageous. You clearly haven't harmed yourself and ended the whole deal, so you must want to figure this out, okay? And I believe the reason people don't do stupid things like that is because they know at some level, hey, you can figure this out. Look, what I have done in 3 years, what is happening on this little I am not calling this a church anymore. I'm gonna get away from the church word. I think I've offended some people that don't want anything to do with religion, organized religion. I think I've offended, the Christians by using the word church, and I apologize. I did not understand the depths of church and how it so ties to Christianity. I have not meant to be blasphemous or harmful, and I'm not embarrassed with what I've done. I'm just telling everyone. I am seven dots. Okay, I'm going to do I am. This is what this is. And we're a community. Okay, this is what I'm trying to get to. We are all collectively coming together. Do you feel pulled, or do you feel like you're moving towards something? Because I am going to maintain that we are all being pulled together. This is almost, if you really listen, if you really pay attention, the way you and I are coming together is really bizarre, okay? We're finding each other from all over the world through very, very different initial topics. I find it really, really fascinating how we're all coming together. And I think it's because we're being pulled together through some type of um, maybe frequency. I don't know, but I am most certain something is really, really, really special going on right now in the universe, in this world, and I'm here for it. Okay. I was built for this. I have skills for this. And in fact, I was doing and I am not, and I am not. Okay. It is hugely important to do the I am nots. I keep telling you, this is why I did the victim. Hey, do the binary, okay? Do the other side of this. Do the polar. I am not going, I want to create who I am. Okay. Well, I don't want to be an engineer. I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to be sitting in an office or whatever I am not going to do. Remove all those. Okay. Oh, I have a big pain point, man. I don't have enough great community around me. Oh, I don't have enough friends. I don't have enough associates. I'm not impacting enough people. Well, maybe I should start a church. That's how this all came about in the first place. Right. So I'm like, oh, wow, what am I not? I am not a corporate warrior. I'm not just going out for money. I'm not this. I'm not that. And then I realized I am a teacher. Okay. I am a student. I am a great student. Okay. I'm a teacher. And then, oh, wow, I I can actually bring people together. I was drawn here, folks. I got to tell you, okay? I was instructed to be here. And the funny thing is, I'm saying I was instructed to be here, but for the last 5 to 50 years, I think it probably 50 years, I've been praying at some level and at some level of different intensities, okay? But almost my whole life, I have been praying to find my true purpose here. I believe my whole life, I think from like 6 or 7, I remember sitting in a church with all the stained glass windows and the statues, and, I was like, "Whoa, man." One time felt like it was thousands of years in those rooms. I thought, but I remember sitting in pews. I actually remember the feeling of sitting on those hard, cold wooden pews that felt like they were concrete and thinking, "What am I here for?" I am special, dude. I am supposed to be. I looked at all these people, these statues who had these stories behind them, and they were teachers, and none of these guys were like, "I'm a trillionaire. I built the bridge." These people were thinkers, man, thinkers. I've always been very, very impressed with the thinking part, and that's kind of interesting because I'm such a doer. Um, anyway, so I wrote all this down, right? And I'm just going to read it to you because this was really flowing out of me. We are gathering collectively as a community of our own will. You were pulled here. Notice how you got here. I ask everyone to notice how you got here. How did you come into this gravity, right? Did you avoid it? Like, did you criticize it, challenge it, initially repelled by it? I am so repelled by most of this kind of stuff. I immediately think most of it's, okay, where's the hook? And rightly so, you should be very both curious and verify absolutely everything. I've been so let down by organized anything, so I don't blame you. And isn't that interesting, right? I am someone who feels like I've really been an outsider. An outsider, that's it, right? Never gonna get invited to the club, the inner guys, which I'm so glad they didn't. Um, but I have a theory, and that is that we're all being drawn together. If you believe that, if you believe, just, hey, how did we all get together? I mean, there's 2,000 people in this room, okay? Just remind you, I think I started doing X a year and a half ago, maybe. We are being drawn together. I've never spent a dollar meeting any of you people. Now that's interesting. Not a dollar, not a penny. I actually fired someone for spending like $500 on advertising. I've wanted to do this organically for the very reason that I see so many hundreds of repeaters here. We are coming. Do you guys feel that? I feel like there's gravity where I'm not going into anything. I am being pulled into areas, and I would encourage you strongly if you are. I was getting ready to say, if you're unclear where what your purpose is. I don't know anyone that's clear on their purpose, actually. Do you? Fully, competently clear. I am having to have so much faith. And by faith, I mean I am just doing, making sure my intentions are clean, and then I just keep doing. I do not over prepare. I listen. I calm down, and I just let the paintbrush do whatever it's going to do. I am a creator. I am the paintbrush, man. Like, I think there's so much power in saying, "I am the paintbrush, I'm not the painter." It removes my ego, first off. 'Cause you know what I think I'm gonna get to the very end of my life, and it's gonna be "I am." There is no dot, 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 dot. Dude, "I am" is enough. Wow, wouldn't that be awesome? I do think that's where I'm headed. Ah, I just wanna, thank you guys again. I am getting more out of this than everyone combined. There's a lot of people around here now, and I'm telling you, I am someone asked me the other night, "Hey, what is it you're doing there?" And they said, "Well, Gary's got like a church and he's a motivator." And I said, "No, no, no. Let me clear this up. Okay. What I am doing is acting as a it's a horrible word. It sounds so egotistical. Acting as a magnet. Okay. I don't mean, but I am acting. I am a magnet, dude. I am a lot of gravity, a really cool, positive gravity. So I am attracting a massive community of like-minded, powerful energy entities, you, all who have unique purpose. Okay, my unique purpose. I most certainly believe I have tapped into why the heck I'm here. You know how I know that? Because I feel so good doing it. Zero, zero. Like, is anybody going to get hurt here? Am I making too much money? Or is the deal? None of that. Okay. I'm going to go back to this. What do I have to complain of if I am going to do what I was born for? The things I was brought into this world to do, what do I have to complain other than I have not discovered what it is? Or perhaps I was brought here, spent all this money, spent all this time of every other person, evolution of, thousands, tens of thousands of years, maybe more, to cuddle up under some blankets and sleep 2 more hours. Is that the purpose? Am I a victim or am I something else? If you're a victim, you just need to go look in the mirror and you need to say, you are a victim. You've chosen to basically, I think you surrender, right? And maybe by surrendering, getting to a point of just like, I just can't take it anymore, and you get broken. Well, perhaps, you know what? I think actually it would be good. I would rather just break instead of having 30 years of extended just dissonance and disconnection and loneliness and desperation. I mean, we have people we have people at the very end of their lives, I think, probably looking around going, what the hell did I just do for 40, 80, 60 years? How many people do you know can honestly say, in fact, I would ask each of you this question, and I think it's a great life question to ask. How many of you have had too many or paid too much, had too many, or ever paid too much for a great adventure? How many people have paid too much or had too many great adventures? The answer is zero. There are zero people on planet Earth, including the trillionaires, who can honestly say they have ever, ever spent too much on a great adventure, much less if they've had too many great adventures. Well, let me tell you something. Discovering self, discovering you, really understanding you are a soul, not a brain, not an arm, not a vagina, not a penis, not anything, not muscle. You are a entity, man, a spiritual entity. We use the soul word. Okay, good. Whatever. You are something very, very unique, a one of one. And it is not the creator's job. I don't know how we got here. I don't know how I became this one of one. It is not, I am here. Now I have to figure out why the heck I am here. What is my purpose? What is going to make Gary the most productive where I'm not hiding under my pillow? This is a hard journey, guys. I got to tell you, okay? This is the road less traveled. Road less traveled. If you are struggling, okay, if you feel like you're a victim right now, and it's okay, man. Listen, on a scale, this is cause. This is really like I'm doing, and this is victim, right? I've become the net effect. I have no control. I have total control. No one, okay. This is never like okay. I have total control. This is a psychopath who has total control. It's normally kind of like this, right? Somewhere. So I want to be more in production, right? I don't want to be looking at all my problems down here. When I am doing like what I'm doing right now, I don't think about a headache. I don't think about, hey, I probably need to go to a doctor and check this thing out. I'm not thinking about a money problem. I'm not thinking about some debt or legal issue. I'm not thinking about, oh, I don't have a girlfriend. I can't even keep a marriage. I mean, I don't know what the girlfriend's about. What I need to do is become girlfriend with myself, dude. I need to fall in love with Gary, right? You, Coccus Maximus, need to figure out who you are, what the freaking reason you're here. Okay. The reason I bring up textbook, The Road Less Traveled, if you're in like, fuck, I can't even confront what the guy's talking about right now. If you're there, dude, I want to honor you. Okay. You are going what you are going through, what every human being will go through if they live long enough. If they have enough experiences in life, they will go through severe pain, confusion, lack of understanding. And you can either break down and become victim to it, or you can say, hey, everyone takes this journey. Few confront it. Few confront the truth of, oh, wow, this is a road less traveled. Now I can smash all this underground. I can not look at it. I can watch TV. I can become effect. Oh, politicians are bad. This group's bad. That group's bad. Or I can actually get off my ass, figure out what the heck I'm here for, acknowledge that I have not been doing my job. I have not been doing my job. If you're not in touch with your true self, how, dude, you're not doing your job. Okay. You know what the job is? Check this out. I need glasses. These. Look. Here's something interesting. What am I doing with my soul? Now, I don't like the way he asked that question, okay? Because it's a huge pet peeve of mine. And it's been a pet peeve of mine since I was a young man. I've studied 4 religions, done I have spent so much time, money, energy reading writing, exposing. I've done so many different things between psychotherapy, psychology, creating programs. I'm a searcher, man. I am a searcher, and I have found the truth. See, I like when I do certain postulates or I ams, and I am a searcher. I don't like the searcher part because I'm always searching. I've never found anything. That's why I am a searcher and I have found the truth. Right? I don't want to just leave it open ended. So I figured this shit out 37,000 lifetimes. It says, what am I doing with my soul? Interrogate yourself to find out what inhabits your so-called mind and what kind of soul you have now. See, this is the part I hate about it. I am the soul, dude. It's not like it's out here, okay? This is not my soul. It's not hanging around. Like, I am the soul. I'm not, my brain is not doing this. My brain most certainly is not putting all these words together, calculating this. I am trying to create an image of what I'm thinking here. And I use words to do it, right? But most certainly, I am the soul. What? My body dies, and now Gary doesn't exist anymore? No way. No chance. Not a chance. Okay. If I was a software program and the hardware died, you wouldn't say that the freaking software is gone. And that, I could be software. Interrogate yourself. Find out what inhabits your so-called mind and what kind of soul you have now. A child's soul, an adolescent's, a woman's, a tyrant's, the soul of a predator, or is it prey? This is Marcus Aurelius, dude, talking about the soul having character and personality. See, I must inventory the characters that come in my little universe. Okay? I like, that's the way we get to purpose. Very, very, very few people wake up. You know what? I'm wrong, actually. I was getting ready to say very few people wake up and know and show up on this planet like, wow, that was weird. Purpose, unknown. When I went to say that, I said, hey, I don't think anybody shows up on this planet with their purpose known. And like, this message came hammering inside my brain, inside of me, and said, no, that's wrong, man. That is wrong. Everyone, this is not me or me thinking. I'm just sharing with what I am supposed to tell you. Okay. Everyone, when they knows their purpose, I don't know how I know this. I'm telling you, I can't say that you don't know your purpose. People are going to say I'm crazy. I'm telling you, I think we come here, we know our purpose, and then we forget it. We forget it because our parents and our sisters and brothers, it's hard to have 5 outrageous people living in your household, right? 5 outrageous people. So I think I knew my purpose when I was a kid, and then I got lost in the world. Then I got lost in the world, right? And now I'm having to like reconnect with self. That's it. I got lost in the material world, and it's not that I got lost in it, but every time I stick my nose in it to do something, it's very difficult to start to think that your purpose in life is to make money and not lose yourself, not lose why I was here in the first place. What is my purpose? Now, the reality is, I believe everything I've done to point has probably helped me get here. Had I not had challenges, difficulties, losses, not sure I could do this. I don't even think there would be any value there'd be very little value because there's down. Sorry, guys. My purpose right now is to be right here. It is not to be fancy schmancy. It's not to have everything all typed out. If you notice the dogs go off a little bit, I'll get that handled. Um, that's unnecessary confusion. But, just me being willing to like, look, I am doing this live. Okay. Like what I'm trying back to the comment the guy asked, hey, what is the church? And the reason I decided to take the word church away, because I don't want to offend anyone and I don't want to exclude anyone. Well, it's not that I don't want to offend anyone. I don't really care about that, but I most certainly don't want to be disrespectful of someone's religion. I think it's something that's really, really deep, meaningful, and valuable to other people, to people. Like, I think we need community. Okay, I think we need community, and as a elder, I hate that word. That is my purpose, though. I must confront, and I have never, ever wanted to confront this. I have always thought of myself as a very young man, almost a boy, 8, 9 years old. It is like I have really done pretty good to keep my 8-year-old, 7-year-old alive. I do that really well, and it's a great part of me. I love being a little immature and fun and playful. One, I think it makes me more, well, it's awesome education. You can't teach anybody anything if they're bored to death. You can't. Now, I don't know how I got off on that track, but had I not made all these mistakes and had all these different experiences, for a guy like me to be able to go, hey, do you know anyone that's had too many great adventures? I have not had too many great adventures. I have never paid too much for a great experience or a great adventure. Okay. I want you guys to add this concept of adventuring. Okay. I want you to add this to your universe. Adventures, whether it be a whitewater rafting trip, a trip for 5 days alone if you've never gone anywhere by yourself, something I am horrible at doing. Something intense, okay? Something, whether it's a journey into yourself, whether it's jumping out of an airplane. I've done that, changed my whole life. Like, I believe doing extreme things is really, really awesome. Adventures, especially solo adventures or adventures that get you into self, inner journey adventures. Yeah, see, people are saying, hey, I need an adventure, okay? Like, I think even a naughty adventure is better than no adventures. My daughters, and I sure hope they don't get fucked up from the way I live my life, but my daughters remind me that all the greatest stories in the world are made from bad decisions. Now, who do you think they learn that from? But if you start to look at I look at my life now as adventures. And I met a guy, had lunch the other day with a guy, and he'd been married 3 times, and he's got a girlfriend now, yeah, that he lives with. And I totally understood this cat. He's been married 3 times, just like me. He's got a girlfriend. Now, why would someone who's been married 3 times, had 3 divorces, and like, oh yeah, I got a girl that lives with me. I so understand that cat, right? Now, why am I bringing this guy up? Talk about a guy that's had adventures in his life. Um, he's not bitter about it. He didn't say a negative word. He has all kinds of crazy shit going on. By the way, that's the other thing. I had a meeting the other night, Wednesday, and the lady I had a meeting with, she said, you really need to get more organized, Gary. It's very clear you don't have a clear topics and agendas. I'd love y'all's input on that, actually. Should I be more structured, or should this be more free flowing? I'm cool either way. I mean, I can be more structured. But again, what I'm trying to do, like I told the gentleman who was inquiring, he said, I don't want to go to church, dude. I don't like churches and I don't like motivational seminars. And I said, bro, this isn't any of that. I'm not motivating anyone. I am literally, I have been instructed to show up here on Sunday mornings. I've been doing this since October the 16th. I was idiotic enough, and I will continue to say this over and over and over again, not to bore you guys, not to be redundant. It is literally me recommitting. The first session I had there, that I thought maybe 200 people would show up here. There was 1,000 people in the room, and I basically said, look, if I don't even know how 1,000 people found me on a Sunday morning. But I said, hey, if 1,000 people show up here every Sunday morning, I will show up here for the rest of my life. I will not take that back. I'm the one that said it. And by the way, this is massively important, okay? Once you discover that you're the paintbrush, once you really get into, oh, wow, dude, I'm a paintbrush, right? And I'm a cool paintbrush. But I am the coolest paintbrush when I just go, hey, whatever paint, whatever medium, whatever stroke, I am just here. I'm just moving. I am just writing in my journal. I do not filter. I am building 1,000,000 people in community. Okay. I do not censor it. I wanted to. I didn't want to write down, I am building 1,000,000 in community. I wanted to go 100,000, 10,000. I just like hammered. My mind is being something hammered. No, don't write it down. And most certainly don't share. Most certainly don't tell anyone you're building a community of 1,000,000 people, dude. This is too much commitment now. Gary, you're taking too much responsibility. What if you want to go somewhere next Sunday? I'm selfish. There's part of me that's selfish and irresponsible. What I need to do is go, dude, this is my purpose, man. I don't get excited about many things. That's the other thing. If you don't get excited about many things, how many people don't get excited about a lot of stuff? How many people, because you don't get excited about a lot of stuff, how many professionals make you feel bad about it? Well, I want you to feel miserable, okay, about stuff you don't like doing. If you feel miserable here, go somewhere else, man. Okay, but I actually do want you to feel so miserable and so discontent and so grindy, criticizing everyone. When you're criticizing and bitter against anyone and everyone and others and organizations or things people say, or if you box up and bucket up people who look or sound similar and you can't differentiate between these are areas that are rich for you to look at, my friend. Okay. I mean, literally, if you can see it, it is your weed. Okay. If you think I'm arrogant, look at your own damn arrogance. By the way, it requires some arrogance to do this. It requires some ego Not all ego is bad, man. Okay, it requires an inventory of, am I capable of doing this, or is someone else more capable? If you walk into a room and you don't know who the boss dog is, if there's not a leader in the room that you can identify, you do understand you're it, right? Like, this is what leadership is. When a void of leadership or messaging is there, you fill it up. You don't crawl back and let someone else do it, and then you criticize it because you know, oh, wow, that's not accurate, dude. Well, you had the accurate data, but you chose to be quiet. Now, what inside of you, what inventory do you need to check to understand that you just committed a sin of not doing when you should have been doing? I have created more, I have far more sins in not doing than things I've done that were wrong, for sure, man. Because I was scared. I was scared. I was not confident in why I'm here. See, like right now, I'm like, man, I I even if I get negative, weird comments in the comment section, it's like it doesn't matter, man. I'm here. People can laugh at me all day long over this. I don't care. I actually probably when I started this, I did have some consideration. Hey, are people going to like? And I probably still have some consideration. But one thing I know, one thing I know is that I have been pulled here. Okay, like it is beyond. If I actually told you what I think is happening, I think people I'll probably lose half the audience. Um, yeah. So I am one of one. That is what I most certainly know. Two, I don't understand now that I know that. It's become really clear. And it became clear when I started analyzing Bitcoin, quite frankly, one of 21 million. And everybody's going, hey, it's so unique. It's so unique. It's so rare. It's so rare. It's one of 21 million. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, dude. Okay. I'm going to buy a bunch of that stuff because one of 21 million. I mean, wow. I can buy something that's one of 21 million. I mean, could I buy a million of them? That's if I could buy a million of 21 million, I'm probably going to be okay, right? And then I started thinking about why the value of that product was being, whether it was $800, 8,000, 80,000. I'm like, I don't think the price is right. I think the value and the number are different. And then it made me begin thinking, wow, one of 21 million. I mean, the money that's in my pocket, they just keep making it, right? They keep producing it electronically or they produce it in paper or checks or whatever. This price can't be right. 21 million, 4 million have been lost. There's, wow, man. And then I started looking at how you and I treat each other. I would say that humanity treats each other. Oh, by the way, women treat each other worse. It's weird, but men and women, human beings, do not value. In fact, I don't think we know how to value anything. I think we know how to place numbers on things. And placing a number, dollar, $19, $19 billion, is not determining value. And I cannot tell you, when I see comments that are negative, or when I try to do something with good intention, and most certainly I'm not perfect, I'm arrogant, I have my flaws, blah, blah, blah. But when I see criticisms coming in here and negativity, one, it fuels me. I find it very interesting. But the other thing is, I realize that no one has ever talked about this one of one thing. And then I'm like, okay, wow, that means if human beings don't know how to value one of 21 million, we most certainly don't know how to value one of one. And I'm a twin, man. And I'm looking around going, wow, I'm a one of one, man. Why have I been treating myself like I'm one of many? Why do I care if the many go, ooh, this cat's disturbing the universe? Damn right I'm disturbing the universe. I came here. Okay. I am creating ripples, man. I'm either going to put out a positive frequency or I'm going to put out a negative frequency. Which is it? Victim or producer? Creator. I am one of one. And see, I'm starting to dig this logo, okay, because it has time related to it. I am one of one, and I think in about 7 cycles, okay, in 7 cycles, I am continues to develop and spawn and reform and expand. I am most certainly more I am today than I was when I was 8. That's interesting. Maybe not, I'm told. Wow. I am wow. The I mean, when I just said that, "Hey, I am as I was when I was 8," and it's like, "No, you're not, dude. Not even close." I mean, when I said that, I can say it. I can say something. It is okay for me to say something out loud and allow me to look at it. I look at it. I communicate a lot in a way that even if you think I am sounding, 1000% sure, right? Like sometimes I will be putting this out there and go, hey, do I like this? See, I did this last night and it's not great. It's just, but hey, is this what I'm trying to do? Why did I do the hourglass? Why did the time thing come in here? Oh, now I've got my little balls. Why have I been drawing orbs for 5 years? I've been drawing these bloody orbs for 5 years. I think these orbs, for me, they're energy. They're people. My kids even like, hey, what do you think of this painting? It looks like all the other balls. They're not balls, man. They're not marbles. People, it's hilarious what people call these things. Now, I've been drawing these things. And by the way, inside of many of these balls, if people, spheres, orbs, whatever you want to call them, there's tons of messages. And by messages, I mean words. I literally gone into hundreds of these paintings, and there's words in there. I did not know why I was doing this. I did not know why I was so repetitive. I could literally spend the next 6 or 7 hours doing these circles. You see all these guys? I, I don't know why I'm doing them. But I never ever get tired of doing. Most bizarre thing. Okay. Now, keep in mind, I have had weird things like when I do shit, I tend to be obsessed. I do. And I have now embraced obsession. Okay. Obsession has served me well. Okay. Every time I talk about obsession, I refuse not to write that down because so many people make obsession a horrible thing. Yet, all the greatness on this planet came with obsession, concentrated maniacal, polarizing obsession. And we spend all our time telling little Johnny, calm down. Johnny, spin it up, baby. Let's turn it on. Okay. Let's turn it on. We make so much about nuclear power and fusion and all. Just look inside yourself. I am fusion. Look, I am a freaking magnet of power. We're bringing so many people together, 3,600 people in here, 3,600 people from all over the world, from all over very different socioeconomic backgrounds, professional backgrounds, non-professional, moms, dads, kids, their family members. The feedback I'm getting from this is staggering. And the feedback I'm getting inside myself is staggering. It's almost as if I'm realigning something right now. It's weird, man. I'm actually really holding myself back from telling you what I think is happening, because I think the true thing of what's happening is I'm just, like I told the guy, dude, I am, and I'm just doing it in front of the entire world. And I didn't need to wait this long to do this. Now, I've been doing this my whole life, but I've never done it like this. What's the difference? It is so public. I have always said, and I think other people will tell you that are successful, it is not just having an imagination and a vision. It is not setting a goal and a picture. I must share it with the world, okay? I have to. Muhammad Ali, before he ever did, I am the greatest. Now, he didn't say, I'm the greatest. I am the greatest. Dude, he went OTT, over the top. Okay? Emotion. I need to smash motion into my imagination. I need to smash motion and emotion into my dreams, man. We're the only organism I'm aware of that can dream. By dream, I mean imagine. Picture another new future. I am creating my future today. Everything I think is creating my future right this second. All the negative thoughts are things that are holding me back. If I don't know what they are, if I don't inventory them properly, if I don't understand what their purpose is, these negative things that probably were set up to help me survive, I'm simply misusing the tools. I'm simply misusing the tools in my toolbox. Usually, people are so comfortable with the screwdriver or the hammer or the electric drill or the glue that's all they know how to use. And, when you're 7 or 8, it is pure creation. It is pure fun. It is pure, almost no gravity. It's just all fresh and new. When you're 60, when you're 48, you have all this baggage you have acquired. Okay, you've acquired all this baggage and put it on top of your imagination and your dreams and your purpose. You put it on top of the original. Okay, people talk about original thought. I'm not sure there's original thought. Okay, I don't know. Okay, it's a really weird concept, original thought. But why do we need the thought part? How about I am original? I am one of one, man. When I do, I am one of one. Oh, I must have a unique purpose. I must. What is it? Ooh, don't know. Don't know. Don't know what it is. Goodness gracious, don't know. How are you gonna find out? How are you gonna find out? Let's figure out what I am most certainly am not. Okay, I'm not a transgender. I'm not a girl. I'm not a girl. I am not a victim. I'm a warrior. I'm a soldier. Oh, I like that energy. I like the energy of being a soldier more than I like the energy of being a victim. See, go toward the energy, man. There'll be some people, I am a lover. Okay, cool, dude. You're a lover. I am a warrior. Okay. Like would be honored to die in a great battle. I mean, honored. I mean, for me, it's like, wow, really, dude, I get to die in battle. Wow. That is so awesome. Who wants to die like watching a TV movie of warriors? Watching a TV movie of warriors is not nearly as good as dying as a warrior. What are you willing to die for? I think that's a great question. I think it's a question. What am I willing to die or suffer for? Huh? Go to jail for? Were you willing to suffer for anything? What am I willing to die or suffer for? And by that, okay, great, you're going to die for your wife or whatever, save your kid, but a philosophy, a a thing, a not a thing, a beingness. Are you willing to be criticized for being unique, for being different? Because no one, look, the problem we're having is not uh all hanging out with each other. Okay. We're all hanging out with each other, but we're not really hanging out with each other in a way that makes us sovereign. We talk about sovereign money. How about sovereign principles and sovereign, hey, this is who I am? Not sovereign, this is who I am until I meet someone who disagrees with me and I mutate, morph, and become quiet. I had a date in Las Vegas 5 or 6 weeks ago, midnight. We're having a great time, man, talking intellectually, very stimulating conversation, really smart lady. And then, a religious discussion comes up and it was game over. That thing went so south so fast, and I don't get it. Okay, I don't get it. Her particular religion was, they're the chosen ones, and I'm like, dude, this bullshit, dude. Ain't no more chosen over them. You're no more chosen than I am. Okay, I've been chosen for sure. Okay, and everybody here has been chosen. You have been chosen to be here. Figure out who the fuck you are and show me who you are, man. I need people being unique and original. I see I see people doing paintings and I'm like, "My God, man, they're unbelievable." What I don't understand, why don't they do more? Why don't I know more of these people? Okay. Why aren't there more free souls out there that are communicating in a way? The problem with some people though in this we got to figure out, well, see, it's easy for me to go into, hey, why? And you see how this slowed the conversation down? The why is not important. I I I I I actually should spend a whole thing on this. The why is not important. Okay? Stop worrying about why. You spend all your time, well, why is it like this? Why do I attract narcissists? Or why am I, oh, I'm an empath. Like that's a label. You're a human being unique. You're not an empath, dude. There's nothing about being an empath that's any better than being a narcissist predator. It's just the it's just the other flip side of that. Okay. Why is not important. The truth is important. Okay. The truth is, I am Gary. Now, what does that mean? Okay. I am Gary's the only label I need. I hate fucking labels. Thank you, Maximus. I hate labels. Labels are horrific. Okay. By the way, you're never going to figure out the why. The why is so complicated. Why was I born a twin? Why was I born the second twin? Why was I? I mean, who cares, man? Oh, well, let's see. I must have the Oedipal complex, and my brother has the animus, and none of that mattered. Oh, I'm a ADD. I'm this. I'm that. Dude, I am Gary. Period. I'm alive. I am alive. Hey, check this out, okay? You ask yourself why? Why is this? Why the fuck are you alive? Try that one. Why am I alive? Why am I alive? I mean, seriously, what am I doing? Does it align with why I am alive? If you're so worried about why you're throwing up every morning or what you eating disorder or a drug problem, dude, asking people why they do stupid shit, by the way, is the dumbest thing you can do. Please. Okay. And I hate to lecture to people, but if I'm doing something dumb, if your kid's doing something dumb, if I got married 3 times and I got divorced and you go, "Well, dude, why do you keep doing that shit over and over?" If I knew, I probably wouldn't, right? So you asking me why, you know what it does? It literally spins the person down into his psychosis. It's stupid. It's the dumbest fucking question on the planet. If you know why don't you just tell him? You're probably asking why because it's so bizarre to you, but it's why he's doing it because he thinks it's solving a problem, man. Or he's just completely stupid. You know, there's a reason people came up with the saying, hey, doing the same thing over and over and over and getting the same results over and over and over again is insanity. You want to know why that saying's about? Because people do things over and over and over again, expecting different results. The weight of your thinking about something, okay? The weight of your thought, the time it takes, thought, between thought and action determines, in my opinion, establishes your connection to that truth, that thought. The weight of a thought. And by weight, I mean how it aligns with you. Like if you said to me, wow, Gary, you could be a billionaire. It's not, it has no weight for me whatsoever. I don't really care. Um, but if you said to me, I have a thought, and the thought is, I am a awesome communicator, and I am supposed to be doing this. I'm supposed to be bringing people together without an ego. This is not about Gary. I am a paintbrush. I am an organ. I'm just spilling out. Like I start these things. I'm like, you just tell me what to tell people. See, I'm willing to keep saying to you, hey, look, I am trying to free flow. I am literally trying to be nothing more than this microphone, not be constructive or deterministic as to what you should do. I'm simply doing this I am thing in a way and hoping to share my revelations. Okay. I think you guys are going to see me change massively. I think you're also going to see, as this always works this way, when I do this, and I've never done it like this is gonna suit like every one of my successes in industry all came and started with what I'm doing right now, but I have never done it this publicly, ever, ever, ever. And I will tell you that you're gonna find I will be one of the most wealthiest people. I don't even know what that means, but um, I am going to benefit so hugely from this, and it's because I'm willing to risk. See, what am I willing to die or suffer for? I'm willing to risk great criticism for this from people I don't know and people that I do know. I will get a lot of criticism from this. I embrace it. Let's bring it, okay? But it is not important. What is important is the people I'm helping. Because I think I have a duty to help, by the way. I think you have a duty to help. I was reading this in Aurelius, and I was really surprised. By the way, um, man, I'm sorry for the vacuums and the silence. I am getting quite. Is helping others less valuable to you? Sorry, guys, I'm just a little all over the place, but this is actually when I said, "Hey, I've never done this publicly before." And then I tell you, "Hey, watch what happens to me." Like this is, I'm so convinced, and I, just watch it. You're going to be shocked. Do you have less respect for your own nature than the engraver does for his engraving, the dancer for his dance, the miser for money, or the social climber for status? Do you have less respect for your own nature than those people? When they're really possessed by what they do, they would rather stop eating, sleeping, or doing anything to give up their practice. To practice their art is their purpose. Is helping others less valuable to you, not worth your effort? To shrug it off and wipe it clean, every annoyance and distraction, and reach utter stillness? See, I write down here the right thing to do is the right thing to do. And somewhere in here, it really says exactly the same thing. And I'm like, I've never read that before. Where did my message come from? I literally said this weeks ago. And I'm reading here, the right thing to do is the right thing to do, man. What am I doing with my soul? Interrogate yourself to find out what inhabits your so-called mind and what kind of soul you have now. What kind of soul I have now does not determine the soul me tomorrow. It doesn't, man. Okay. I can transform. I have shadows, man. I have all kinds of shit going on. Okay. If this was easy, everyone would be doing it. I cannot imagine doing any more than helping bring together 5, 6, a million people who have decided that what you were trained to do and how you were trained to do it has not led you to your own brilliance. like, I need to see your brilliance, okay? I am willing to expose myself. Maybe this will be a big flop. I don't think it will be, because it has never been a big flop before. Not when I keep advertising it over and over and over again. I am one of one. You cannot deny that I am one of one. You cannot deny that I have some gifts, and I have many flaws, but I have some gifts, and those gifts should be put to work. It is in my struggle of knowing myself that I will discover greatness. I have to just be willing to get through the non-greatness, okay? The destructive parts, the parts that I don't have obsession about. They are controlling me. I am not controlling them. Notice my intention is to attract with great magnetism and power a lot of people, million people, all who want to fertilize, weed, water, reweed, take care of, monitor, inventory, reweed, fertilize, water, expand, prune, 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 prune. You can't have a garden and never prune it. I cannot have a perfect mind and not prune it. Things are getting in the way. I started pruning things out of my life so I could do this. Okay. And it's actually like, I'm so all in on this trade that I'm doing here. This is a trade. This is a life trade. Okay. This is probably the biggest trade I've ever put on in my life. And I mean, when I put on a big trade, I get really jacked up and excited. I put on trades that make you look tingle up inside. This is a great trade. Okay. This is one, it's an unbelievable return trade. I'm almost in a total monopoly position on it. It's my little joke to myself. But the other thing it really does is it burns the bridge to my irresponsibility and my laziness. Me doing this publicly really, really burns the bridge. One thing I have always found is that if I can just burn the bridge to my past, to any kind of comfort, going back into the bedroom and laying down, if that's no longer available to me, I will move forward. And me being this vocal is my way of building a bridge to the future, my future imagination, but pretty much smashing anything behind me to be able to retract or retrace or retreat. Because you should all laugh at me if that were to happen. You should hold me responsible. And you should say, hey, bro, we need you. You can't just go into hiding. Okay. If I go into hiding, it's because I'm in trouble. If I go into hiding, I told you guys I'll do this as long as there's 1,000 real people. Because the truth is, like, it would be a sin for me not to. Okay. I don't think there's 5 churches or centers or communities that aren't prisons that are meeting at 10:30 in the morning, and there's 4, 5, 6,000 people all getting together. Okay. That's not happening anymore. Maybe in a couple of places around the world. This is a big community here. I mean, we're just starting this. I cannot possibly not do this. I had no idea when I started, and now we're here. So I am a powerful force to be reckoned with. My imagination is awesome. I have a great visual capacity to build a really awesome future. And I want you to come with me. See, I want the magnet to start attracting all the great people. all the rogues, the anarchists, the crazy people. You know, you've had this frequency. You wake up in the morning, you're like, dude, I just never feel like I'm just in. Like it's almost like you're, sitting on a 110 voltage, but you got 220. Or it's like you're flying a MiG 21 fighter jet and they put diesel fuel in it. Or you got all this genius, you just can't find it. I find out what I'm horrible at. I find out where my demons are. I find out where I'm a victim. I then discover things that I just not good at, don't want to do, have no intention, no attraction. You must be attracted to a field. Okay? Attracted. Stay in your frequency. When you go to take a job, man, put it out in the universe. I am building my career. I am finding a platform that serves me, that serves the world to its greatest capacity. I am a great student. I am a great employee. You can say that. Hey, listen, for the first 3 years of your life, you should be saying, I am a great team member. I am a great employee. I am a great soldier. There's zero. Listen, you get out of bed at 20 years old and you walk in, I am a CEO. Well, you're not going to get me to work for you. Not a chance, dude, because you haven't even learned how to work for anyone else. First you learn to follow, then you learn to lead. Okay? Greatest generals on the planet or people, they were great soldiers, okay? They really have empathy and understanding with the line. I am dot, 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 dot. I am fill in the blank. And when you run out of who you are and you start doing the negatives, do the negatives consciously. I am not a CEO. I don't want to be that guy. Okay? And I am not an engineer. I'm not, man. I'm not going to be I'm not a criminal. Oh, wow. Okay. I am an honest cat, dude. I don't want to earn money bad, right? I don't want to earn bad money. I am clean, whatever your deal is. Okay. You just keep weighing the dark and the light. Like there's a lot less light than there is dark. Okay. Get rid of the stuff that's, one other thing. While you're doing the inventory, why don't you write down the things you don't want to admit to anyone? Okay. Just put a little bucket over here, little bucket and realize, hey, I got some things in a bucket over here that, they're an area that are I know they're problematic, but I really don't want to confront them. Now you don't have to confront them. I'm just asking you to put them in a little box. Okay. Mine might be, what would mine be? Lazy. Okay. I think I'm somewhat lazy. I think I'm very lazy, actually. I think I'm very lazy, or I don't really understand the value of thinking. Also, my laziness is really a challenge because I also most only do things that I'm really obsessed about, which I think is a superpower. So if you're doing hey, man, I'm just going to focus on 3 or 4 areas. Like there are some things I just not even interested in doing. I don't want to go to a football game for 4 hours. I don't want to drive an hour, much less fly. I don't want to drive an hour to watch a game for 3 hours and then to drive home for an hour. It's not fun for me. Okay. At all. Zero. I don't want to go to dinner for 4 hours with a bunch of boring people. Now, take me to dinner with some couples and we're playing cards or something, having fun. Awesome. I am powerful, dude. This thing, this is going to be, this is the other thing now. I can't look at these numbers when I get all jacked up and go, wow, man, I think this is going to be huge, huge. 5,000 people. I'm like, how can I get to 1,000,000 people, man? How can I get to 100,000 people? And then I go into doubt. Wrong. Don't do that. All I have to do is I am building a massive community. Hundreds, millions of people are attracted to this community, and we are expanding, and our light is expanding, and our understanding of the world is expanding. Our understanding of self and others is expanding as we expand our own light, dude, and we help the world become a better place. We help the world become a better place. I am not going to hide. Okay. Obscurity, zero value in obscurity. Zero. There's a world out there. There's 8 billion people, 6.5, 8 billion people. Then, and I think we're all looking for, we all deserve some direction. Okay. We all deserve some direction. So how do we do this? What we do, you guys, it's going to be up to you guys. I know this is a good, cool space. Okay. I have no idea what it's going to lead to, but you guys can expand the message. That you have huge email databases. Send an invite to your friends on this. Do we need more people thinking about who they are? Imagine if you're driving down the street in Chicago or Denver or London, and people are all listening to IM, and they're doing their IMs. This is not complicated. It doesn't need taxes or a church or school. I am fill in the blank, man. And by the way, I am at 66 doing IMs differently than when I was at 36. And I don't blame myself at 36 for not doing what I'm doing now. Now, the funny thing is, wow. At 36, I knew I should have been doing this. That's amazing. That just hit me. Gary, at 36, you knew you were supposed to. I was too scared to do this at 36. I was just scared. I was going to say I didn't have the background, but the truth is I was scared, man. I was scared, and it is this thing that I went through for the last 4 or 5 years that actually gave me the mettle to come do this. Wow, this is amazing. Okay. Like I was beat up bad. Well, I wasn't beat up bad. I was reserving all my energy for one problem. That's somewhat resolved now, but it made me question everything. And now I'm here and I'm like, man, I must say that was very, very uncomfortable, but I am so glad. I am so glad I got boned up. I mean, meddled up. It's hard to throw me off my game now. I'm literally, first thing I do when somebody asks me if I want to get engaged in something, first thing I do is it going to impact me or the Sunday thing I'm doing? For me, they're so linked now, and I will do nothing to harm my reputation. I mean, I have done things that, driving, doing silly things, but I will not do anything to harm this group or my reputation. It is hugely important to me. It's an obligation I made to my parents, and the same obligation I make to you here. Okay. As long as this is working, I'm here. I'm going to keep pushing through this. I want you guys to stop asking people why they're doing stupid shit, which means you have to stop asking yourself why. If you knew, you wouldn't do it. Okay. No whys. Is this consistent with my purpose? Oh, don't know what my purpose is. Okay, let's go do some more work on purpose. I am. Who's doing the I ams? Okay. Who is doing the I ams in the morning and at night and they're not working? Can anyone raise their hand in the comment section and tell me if you're doing the I ams, they're not working? I owe you a monster refund. Okay. Make sure you contact Dana. Dana and I will get with you and we will give you all your misery and stupid decisions back, your discomfort, and your discontent. Now, I am powerful. What I am doing and with whom I'm doing it with is more important than why. I have no idea why I'm here. I have no idea why I'm doing this, but I do know it feels good. It gets good feedback from others and it seems to be repetitive and sustainable. Wow, all good indicators, man. Check out the fruit that falls off the tree. You know, they're kind of like symbiotic and if it's got a bunch of worms and no nutrition and no product, you might want to check the tree out, not the fruit. The intention here is we produce really awesome specimens of humans, souls that are cleaned up and ready to go serve the world, man. Serve me. I need so many. Look, imagine if you can help me. Like I am a useful tool on this planet, man. Like I am valuable. I can be used, and that's awesome. Not abused, but used together. Like we come together. There is no one that will beat us. Okay. Parasites or parasitic. I'm talking about we're expanding ourself, our unlimited capacity to imagine. Our unlimited capacity to imagine is literally being blocked by other frequencies, most of it internalized frequencies. I am in alignment with the frequency of goodness and create. There's no end to these I ams, okay? Like you can get out of a bad mood with it. 3 minutes of writing. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. Okay. And you put some emotion in it. There's got to be something you can say, I am, and get some emotion. All right, guys. Look, thank you very much. I wish you all an awesome, awesome week. I think this next 2 months is maybe 3 months. We are in for a tremendous amount of information about what is and what is not. We're going to be given a lot of BS, but I think an enlightenment is happening, okay? I think an enlightenment is happening on this planet, and it's happening right now on our watch, and it's historical. And I think I was actually born, put on this earth in 1958 to do just this, to become what I have so desperately felt a void of. I can't believe I'm saying this. But like I have become the elder of this cycle, a elder. Okay. And we need elders. We need wisdom. We need cannot believe I'm saying all this, but we need more philosophers, man. We need teachers and messengers. So we need someone. Wouldn't it be interesting that some crazy action figure like me would be around going, hey, we all need to calm down, stop doing so much, and thinking more, being more, writing more, and then you become more. I must imagine I then follow up my imagination with doing, and then I become. This is not new news, okay? This is not new information. It's been around for centuries. I think, I act, I become. I read, I study, I learn, I then teach, I do. Okay? I want to learn more. I read, I learn, I write, I then start doing, I teach, and then I become a teacher, a better teacher, a great teacher. I am a great teacher. I've been saying this to my life. I didn't know why I was saying this to myself. But I'm not going to sit here 60 years later and go, wow, I've been saying I was a good teacher, because I look around at teachers and go, wow, why do you guys teach so poorly? Again, this is not me doing one of these, okay? I hate that kind of stuff from people. Okay, I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just doing it because I'm told to do it, okay? I get nothing out of it other than I'm becoming so rich, it's stupid. Like rich inside myself, though. I've never understood this. Wow, dude, like I'm really getting very comfortable with my own wealth internally, not my bank account. That's powerful, okay? Powerful. Okay, Hot Sauce Mike, Ray McDonald, AJBT. Could be a cake baker. It's baked into the cake. I'm going to just go through some of these because they're fun. I'll be closing here, so if you guys want to shut it down, you can shut it down. I do them when I feel unsure. I have no reason to feel unsure, but it happens. Self-doubt. You may be the best, but it happens. Yeah, exactly, dude. I will move into my doubt. The fear is where you should be going to. If you're avoiding fear, you will sooner or later confront it. Okay. I don't know why you're doing that. I don't know why I do it, but sooner or later you will have to confront the fear. Punga says, thanks, Gary. We are the light. We got Blockchain Becky. I am enlightened. Thank you, Gary. You're welcome very much, ma'am. Jason C., great finding this. Thank you for being here. All you guys, please, please, please send this out to your family, especially, your parents, man. Your parents are going to probably be close to my age, and they don't know to come to these spaces. They don't know this is out there. There's nobody on X and YouTube, guys. Come on. Extremely, extremely small universe. We can get this message out to other people. There's so many people who don't have a place to go on Sundays, and that's why I'm doing this. And that's why you're doing it. Ari says, I am to relate and create community. Cocus Maximus. Full Pouch says he reposted. My man reposted the stream. Now listen, before I close out, you guys have to do something extremely nice for somebody today. Okay, get out of your damn house. Go do something for someone. If you need some ideas, buy somebody a tank of gasoline. Okay? You go to the service station, you buy your own tank, smash in 10, 20, 30, 50 bucks for the next guy, and you look at the guy and go, here's 20 bucks, bro. Next guy that walks through here, give him a free $20 worth of gasoline. Anonymous, pretty cool. You know what happened? I bet that guy will do it for somebody too. Got to make sure that the service station guy does it and that he explains, hey, there was a man in here and he wanted to give someone something. Awesome hack. Be nice. Pick up somebody's groceries, their luggage, whatever, okay? Go out of your way. It ain't going to cost you a lot. And then don't tell anyone about it. It's top secret. Stick it in your special little box. By the way, since I seem to be chatty catty today, everyone should get a box, okay? Dana, another thing we can do. It's a box. It's going to have a slit in it. You can't get into it. And I want you to start putting in your IMs, especially the IMs of what you're creating. 5 years, 10 years from now, we're going to open this box. You'll be shocked. You will be shocked at how bad how bad you shorted yourself. I love this game. This is awesome. I wish I could call this the Gary Cardone game, but it would get, my ego would get so jacked up, and then I'd become fairly unuseful to all you guys. Hey, James Smith, I love you too, bro. Thank you so much. Mike 911 or Mickey, thank you. We got James Smith sent love. All have a great week. Granny's Garden. Send me some green apples, would you, sweetie? You make us all great. Gary, thank you. We are great, sister. Keep the focused awareness. Go do something nice today. Go do something nice today. You know, you could do it for two people too. It's you're not going to get addicted to helping people. Okay, it's not going to be like you end up in prison or a hospital for overdosing on helping. First time here, and I'm loving it. Thanks for all that, Kevin. Where did you find me? Where did you find me? Please. Ooh, Ray, don't say that again. Where did you find me? How did you find me? How are new people find me? I'd love to know that. Rachel Elizabeth. Thank you, Gary. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And Velma, my friend, thank you. Gary, you're awesome, ma'am. Thank you. Aries is either crying or having sex with a gold bear. I don't know which. One more. Douglas, Tom Platt. Love you, Gary. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Hey, you guys go out and be nice to somebody today. Get your book, okay? Get your book, or reach out to Dane and say, when are the I Am One of Ones books ready? We're going to order some hoodies. I'm looking for a logo, okay? If you go on X, I sent out this picture. I'm looking for somebody to help me with a logo. I got some cool ideas, but I think I can do better. But I am looking for a logo. I want to remove the word church. So if you guys would, please don't refer to this church. That is my way of respecting religion, respecting church, and also attempting to expand this so that it doesn't have any religious nomenclature or in any way. I just want it open to everyone, okay? Not trying to be blasphemous or disrespectful. Let's go. Shall we go? Let's be I am the greatest I am that I can be. You guys have a great weekend. Thank you very much, and God bless.